Merci, Alex. Thank you, everybody. So, yes, I'm going to introduce you to the universe of Primus Vita. Because, yes, Destination Primus Vita is a video game, but it's an entire universe, actually. We're developing a comic book. We have the first issue that is out. And the second one is almost done. It's going to be out within the next month. And we're developing also the video game in the same universe. The storyline in general, where the comic book starts, it's in 3048. Actually, in this illustration, you can see that some aliens came on Earth in the 2300s, and they took all our water. So in the year 3000s, we're really out of water, and we have to go and take it back. So we're sending a crew of 6 main characters to Primus Vita to be able to take the water back and bring it to Earth again. So the setting of the comic book starts when they arrive on Primus Vita, and the video game is just before. Actually, it's in the way on the journey going to Primus Vita. It's a 4-year trip. Everybody's put in cryo sleep. So we have Nim, the AI of the ship, that pushes memories and pushes also puzzles to keep everybody sane for the 4-year trip in cryo sleep. So I have a little editing, a little montage of some gameplay.
Hello? Someone there?
So this is Nim. Those are the memories. We start with the first. It's an episodic video game, so we start with the character of Austin, and this is the what we call the puzzle room, where the lore and the puzzles are, and then you have the memory room, where she will find very important memories for her that has an impact emotionally, and she has to kind of explore them and understand the other companions, the 5 other companions. So in every episode, we'll a different protagonist. So the thing is, the key difference in our video game is that you have to play the narrative to be able to solve the puzzle, because we all really like narrative games at Epsilon Games, but after a while we often find that it lacks gameplay, and in puzzle games often it lacks narrative, so we really want to mix the two. So you have to go and talk to the other companions to be able to solve the puzzle. So the little history of that, I've been developing the universe of Primus Vita since 2009, so I was waking up really early in the morning from 5 to 7 before the kids wake up, and I would start writing the entire story. And then after a few years doing that alone, I had enough of being alone, so I talked to my backyard neighbor Nicolas in 2014 and say, why not do a comic book with that story? He jumped in, he really liked it. He's a very good illustrator. Come to the pod and you'll be able to see the comic book, so it's really nicely illustrated, and I hope the story is good too. And then after that, I talked with an ex-coworker at Ubisoft, Sabrina, who's a narrative director. And I was talking to her about the story and the idea of making a video game, and she said, Anne, if ever you want to do something with that, I'm in. So we talked with Martin, our lead programmer, the same thing. He said, you know what, I'm in. And then with Nancy, our artistic director, it's all the same. We all worked together at Ubisoft on different projects. Like, we have about over 60 years of experience all together, so we're used to work together. So at the end of 2016, we've created the Epsilon Games. We applied to CMF, and we had the development, and we have the demo right now that you can try at our little pod. And we want to release the first episode in March of 2018, and have 3 episodes in the first year. So every 3 months-ish, we want to have a game out. So the team, we are, and I'm really proud to say that, we are the only studio with a parity policy. So we're 50-50, or, well, we have the parity principle, which can go between 40 and 60, depending on the come and go of the employees. And this is something that we all stick to. In terms of market, this is where we situate Primus Vita, actually. If you go at the top of the pyramid, it's Dear Esther, that has practically no gameplay into it, aside from walking and just sightseeing. You have Gone Home just under it, that has a little bit more gameplay, but not that much. And you have on the extreme right Portal, which is a puzzle game that we really love. It has a very good sense of narrative, but we're pushing that a little more to include other humans. And we have MIGS and Mass Effect for the sci-fi fantasy side. On the game market, you can read the comparison of the numbers. So we think there's a market for the kind of product that we're offering. Per episode, you can see the cost. Alex is telling me that, okay, go fast. So we have the break-even is a little bit under 50,000 copies per episode that we have to sell. So for us, we can reach that goal. We're not really scared of being able to reach that goal. So that's it. Thank you.